New World will never be the same. All right, let's get started. All right, today I am so excited. There's been so much news dropping. We have a bunch of different videos. There's so much to talk about with this new update. I am on newworldfans.com. If you haven't been here, this is my favorite New World's website to go to. They have everything from guides. I've even done a build or two, or not a build or two, but I've done a video or two and an article or two on here. They are great. Redbird and Bordy and Taken. I don't know Taken nearly as much, but I know Red and Bordy very much BDLG. And they are great people. They love the game. They do a ton of stuff for the game. So if you need absolutely anything, including the best resource map in the game on this website, you can see here, you go to map. It is awesome. Make sure you go here for anything. But today we're going to be talking about my thoughts and showing you guys the new Heart Runes or Ultimate. So let's give you a little snippet here. So Heart Gem Runes are a new equipped item that grants your character a powerful new ability called a rune ability. Below are 5 rune abilities that we know so far. So we have Cannon Blast. We're just going to zoom in here a little bit. Summon a cannon and fire a powerful long-range shot that deals 100% of rune damage. We have Detonate. Charge yourself with explosive energy for 3 seconds. And then Detonate, dealing 100% of rune damage within a 5-meter radius. We have Heretic's Fall. Fly up into the air. This looks so cool. Then plummet back down to the ground, staggering and dealing 100% rune damage within 3-meter radius. Press the button again while in the air to slam the ground. This is what I want to run with my great sword, at least aesthetic-wise. Then we have Stone Form. Harden yourself with layers of stone, cleansing all crowd-controlled debuffs, and granting immunity to both stagger and crowd control effects. Then we have Grasping Vines, summoning vines around you that deal 100 and rune damage and roots enemies within a 4-meter radius. So we have each one of these gems here. We have a picture of one of them for each. And we see here, we have the cannon and has explosive blast. Cannonball explodes on impact, dealing damage within 3-meter radius, but damage is reduced by 20%. We have Inflict a Burn on successful hits, dealing 10% rune damage per second for 5 seconds. These are going to be, I believe, craftable or gatherable different items. So I'm not 100% sure how you obtain these yet, but they are going to be essentially just stuff that you can put on your gear. It looks like they are going to have different perks, etc. They're going to be essentially a new piece of gear that you equip. And it's going to be pretty crazy, and you're going to be able to roll different perks on them. So I don't know if this is going to be, it looks probably stone crafting, so make sure you get your stone crafting up, but we will see. So we'll look at the Dominator's Detonate Rune. This one looks so cool. And then we have Escalating Explosion. Explosion deals an increase, explosion damage is increased by 30%. But you take 15% more damage while charging. Then movement speed is increased by 30% while charging, which is pretty crazy. Then we have Stone Form, and on it has Fortify. Damage absorption is increased by 10% while active. And then Unstable Form, Stone Form explodes when it expires or when you press the Heart Gem ability input again, dealing 200% of rune damage within a 3-meter radius. But its duration is reduced by 2 seconds. This is going to be crazy. And then Grasping Vines, which looks really cool. You have Enfeebling Vines, inflicts weaken on successful hits, reducing target's damage by 20% for 8 seconds. And then Leeching heals you for 20% of damage done to rooted targets. And then we have the Gradic Heretic's Fall, the one that I cannot wait to use the most. Has Crippling Fall, inflicts a slow unsuccessful hits, reducing target's movement speed by 30% for 4 seconds. Then Leeching Fall, heal you for 100% of the damage done. So kind of like a really cool berserking rune. Slow them down. It's going to be pretty crazy. And then we can go here. Heart Gem Runes also have a unique pool of perks. Like I said, you're going to be able to craft them, I believe. They're either crafted or gathered, but they do have a set of perks. That can change the way the rune performs. These perks will change the Heart Gem ability in different ways. For information on Heart Runes, check out our Heart Rune guides. Let's go ahead and look at the Heart Rune guide. They actually have a pretty good guide here. And here we have the runes. So the Grasping Vine runes around that deal 100% of rune damage and enemies within 4-meter radius. So We have the Greater Grasping Vines runes. Perk 1, Enfeebling Vines. That's the one we saw, I believe, before. Then we have Leeching Vines, which we saw. And then we have Resilient Vines, gain Fortify on activation, increasing damage absorption by 20%, but reducing outgoing damage by 20 for 5 seconds. This is going to be basically like your tanking rune. It's going to be pretty crazy, especially for PvE. And then Enfeebling Vines inflicts weaken on successful hits, which we have. So we have Enfeebling here and Enfeebling here. So these are basically the exact same thing. They're just kind of, they call them survivors. And then you have the Dominators, which is the Rending Vine, which inflicts rend on successful hits, reducing the target's damage absorption by 20% for 5 seconds, but also reducing your stamina regeneration by 50% for 5 seconds. And then again, we have Enfeebling Vines. Looks pretty cool. And then we have here the Stone form, and we have Hardened form, which is the 10% damage absorption for 5 seconds per hit, up to 30%. And then we have Fortifying form, damage absorption is increased by 10%. Then we have again Fortifying form and Mending form, heal for 75% of room damage per second. Holy crap. While activated, but outgoing damage is reduced by 20%, so a very tanky one as well. Then again, we have Fortifying and we have Unstable. Stone form explodes when it expires or when you press the Heart Gem ability again, doing 200% of rune damage, which we saw that. I believe this is the rune that we had the picture of. We have Heretic's Fall, which is Crippling Fall, which we saw that's the slow. And then the Leeching, this was the one that they showed. Then we have Leeching again and Fortifying, gain 45 on successful hits. 3 hits max, increasing damage absorption by 10%. And we have Empowered Fall. Successful hits deal 150% run damage, but no longer stagger. Cool. And then we have Leeching again. Then the second to last one, I believe here, which is the Cannon, which I see a lot of people are going to be using this one. This one looks pretty crazy. We have Penetrator. We have Cannonball passes through enemies and cannot be blocked. Burning Blast inflicts burn on successful hit, dealing 10% rune damage for 5 seconds. Per second for 5 seconds, right? 10% rune damage per second for 5 seconds, yes. We have a Burning Blast again, and we have Concussive Blast. Cannonball knocks enemies down, but only deals 30% of rune damage. And then we have Explosive Blast, which Cannonball explodes on impact, dealing damage within 3-meter radius, but damage is reduced by 20%. And then again, Burning Blast. And then we have Detonate Heart Gem rune. We have Accelerated Charge, move speed increased by 30% while charging. Empowered. Outgoing damage is increased by 15% while charging, but explosion damage is reduced by 20%. We have Accelerating Charge again and Leeching Explosion, heal for 50% of the damage done, but explosion damage is reduced by 30%. And then we have Escalating Explosion. Damage is increased by 30%, but you take 15% more damage while charging. And then again, Accelerated Charge. And it says how to obtain, obviously coming soon. We don't know that yet, but they're pretty cool. And you can see here basically how you use these are you're going to attack. It is going to fill up a bar. You can see the rune gem goes right here in this G slot. G is going to be the activate for the rune. And basically while you're attacking, this is going to fill up. You see right here. And once it's filled up, you can use the ability right here. He just used, I believe, a cannon ability. I think that's that fire on the ground. He actually has it up again. I believe, yeah, you can see there. He's using it right there. It looks pretty crazy. You literally get a cannon to shoot. It is pretty cool. Some of the damaging is pretty crazy. This is going to completely change the way we play the game. It is going to make perks that we didn't possibly want before. It's going to make them more viable. It's going to make maybe some perks that were viable less viable. It is going to completely shake up the way we play the game. This is the biggest change. I know I feel like I say this a lot, but this is the biggest change to New World that New World has ever seen. We are getting ultimates. This isn't even it. We have so much more to talk about, but this is absolutely crazy. We have ultimates coming to New World. I cannot wait. We're going to get one of them. I don't know how easy these are going to be to obtain. We knew there had to be some form of gearing coming out, and this is it. I cannot wait. Go to newworldfans.com for all of your New World needs. I go there all the time. I talk to Red and Bordy. They stream as well. Make sure you go check them out. They are absolutely great human beings, and they have great content, as you can see here. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, like always, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.